for everybody, but especially special shout out to Marissa.
Hi, Marissa.
Who's at home loving on her man, as she should be. But she wanted to hear this information again. We've trained on it, but it's so important. It's on closing the sale, because it's fun and we can just get all into showing the product, making everybody pretty, and then we get a little nervous when it comes time to say, okay, give me your money now, right? But if you think of it this way, and you guys have heard me all say this, it's like if you think of the most amazing restaurant you've ever been to, whether it's the Grand Hotel or, I don't know, what's an amazing restaurant you've been to? Ruth Chris. Okay. And let's say the hostess brought you in, showed you the, where you can pick out your steak, or, here's the salad area, and here's the desserts, and here's all these wonderful things, and you're just sitting here looking at this amazing food and this amazing experience, and then she says, but you're probably on a budget and you probably didn't want to spend any money, so thank you for stopping in, and maybe next time I'll see you. That'd be crazy, right? So that's exactly what happens when we do these facials and makeovers. It is not about pushing somebody or convincing somebody to buy. It's just they've tried this amazing product. They've experienced your service and that fun rapport with you. And so then your job is just to help them know how can they get the product and how much does it cost. So you're giving information and service, not trying to convince somebody to make a purchase. Does that make sense? So it's a trigger in our own minds. Also, sometimes if we've gone through a hard financial time or we are on a tight budget, we project that onto our clients. And you guys, if people were unable to just drop hundreds of dollars at a time on their skincare and makeup, Dillard's would be closed down. Lancome would not be in business anymore. Estee Lauder, MAC. People go every day, probably 365 days of the year practically, and drop hundreds and hundreds of dollars on high-end skincare and makeup. So we have the best thing going because we have that same quality, but the retail price is lower for our customer because there isn't the overhead of being in that fancy schmancy store. And then they have the benefit of having that service and that connection and that relationship experience when they make the purchase. So when you get it in your head like you're offering the best thing going, and whether somebody orders a lip gloss or a $300 set, you're going to love on them and serve them. It just naturally unfolds. So it all starts right here. But I'm going from my script, and we've already had a great conversation tonight about using your scripts. Professionals use scripts. And so, and the only difference, as Linda Chupin said, between an amateur and a professional is 10,000 hours. So the more time you spend doing this, the more it will just start to flow out of your mouth. But these words are formulated, just like Jennifer talking about real estate school, formulated to help you get a successful yes response. So why reinvent the wheel, and why wing it when it's all right here? And if you think about a pastor, a college professor, a teacher, they work from notes. There's nothing wrong with having your notes and having your scripts when you're doing your presentation. And again, pretty soon it'll just start rolling off the tip of your tongue. But I need to grab my these. Okay, so all of this is scripted out right here, and it's in the email that I've sent out a bunch of times, but I can resend it. If you don't have it for whatever reason, reach out to me, called the Party Pack, but everything is right here. So a confused mind does nothing, and there's literally a marketing term called choice fatigue. So when someone has too many choices, they shut down, they cannot make a decision. So that's why you wouldn't want to do a facial or a makeover or even just a stop by appointment or reorder type of thing and just give them a book and go, here's a book. Because it's too much, it's too overwhelming. So that's why we show sets. We don't show sets to talk someone into overspending. We show sets to compartmentalize it so that they can make a buying decision that is best for their situation, and they can just kind of put everything in compartments and make a decision. So how do you get to that point? So after you've done the makeover, everybody's looking great, having fun, whether it's a if it's a party situation or a single facial, I say, okay, hold your mirror out at arm's length because that's where people see you. So you kind of go into that selfie mode of higher and arm's length, because if they're still going like this, they're going, oh, my pores are big, my this, my that, you know, they're tearing themselves apart. But when they can pull that mirror back, they get a better idea, a better perspective of, you know, how smooth everything looks and how good everything looks. Now, if I'm in a group situation, I'll do a compliment time. So I'll literally start with each woman around the table and I'll say, okay, let's start with Aretha. What does everybody like about Aretha's look? You know, and I don't say anything. I don't say, because anything I say at this point sounds like I'm selling them, but I let her peers say, oh my gosh, your skin looks amazing, you know, whatever, whatever, whatever. Okay. And so you go around with each woman, and then I'll say, okay, Aretha, what was your favorite thing you tried? And she'll say, so they're reinforcing to themselves without me saying a word what they loved, and the friends are all saying, you know, how great it is. They're all encouraging and reinforcing each other. So, or if it's a single facial, you still pull the mirror back and what did you like best about what you tried? Then you've already, if you're doing a party situation, you've already at the beginning of the party said, at the end, we're going to do individual consultations. That way I can really make sure that I'm answering your questions and giving you that just private time, you know, to discuss things afterwards. You've already told them that. So you've already kind of gotten the lay of the land and decided where you're going to do that. So you just tell them, you say, oh, okay, is there anybody that needs to leave right away that has young children or whatever, if there's someone that seems like they need to leave, or grab the person who seems the most excited. And you just say, okay, Mandy, let's chat first. Go ahead and grab your, and at this point, then you pass out lookbooks. You don't give anything with prices until that. And I'm sorry, then you do a table close. I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself. So once you do compliment time, then you do your table close. And lately I've been doing, I've been using these beauty book inserts. I got this from my sales director, sister sales director friend, Pamela Simonson up in the Minneapolis area. And I really love the simplicity of this. So she's using just the beauty book insert. And she says, any 3 sets, $50 or more, and you get the travel roll-up bag for free. And then I added my little extra special is any skincare set, they get their foundation of their choice for free. So they can do a powder, CC, liquid. And I really like this, and I'm just using just the beauty book insert, and then I'm collecting those back. So I give them that, I give them a lookbook at this point. Up until this point, they have not had anything with pricing on it at all. But I love that because all the skincare sets are here. Your color compact is here. So any of these sets, any 3 sets, $50 or more, you get your travel roll-up bag for free. Any skincare set purchase, you get your foundation for free. I love this. I love this because it really emphasizes the skincare, but there is a touch of color on there. Okay, then you say, okay, Mandy, you know, let's say Mandy's already like, oh my gosh, I kind of know what I want. Oh, okay, grab your lookbook, grab your profile card, go ahead and leave your samples, and come with me. I'll chat with you first. And you just kind of tell her, okay? So in that individual consultation, you know, we as the beauty consultant, we might be feeling a little nervous, but the ultimate goal is to make her feel served and for her to feel safe and comfortable. So I always purposely make sure I'm at a lower eye level than her. I just kind of soften my body language, lean back a little bit, make sure my eye level is lower than hers. And then you just go through these questions right here. You say, did you have a good time?
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
good, good. How does your face feel? How does your face feel? And she reaches up and touches her face. And you say, do you have any questions for me at all? And you nod your head no. Now, don't be afraid of this question, because sometimes I say, what if she asks me a question and I don't know the answer? If she asks you a question, you don't know the answer, you say, That is a great question. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to call the company tomorrow, research it, and get back to you with the answer. That is a totally professional way to handle that. Don't wing it or try to, well, I think it might be this. No, just say, that's a great question. Let me research that. I'm going to call corporate tomorrow, and I'll get back with you with the answer. Was there anything else? Usually when you say, do you have any questions? They'll say, do you really like the slip collar? Yeah, it looks good. Okay, good. You know, I mean, it's just, you know. Then you say, and I love this. Linda Tupin talked about this. Which set would you feel most comfortable with starting tonight? Which set would you feel most comfortable with starting tonight? Again, because that's, I'm not going to get into it, but that's the whole Maslow's hierarchy of needs. If she feels safety and security, she's going to be able to go higher and make a decision. Which set do you feel most comfortable with trying tonight? I think she starts out saying, if money were no object, which set would you start with tonight? And then she says, which set would you feel most comfortable starting with tonight? Isn't that great? That way you know her wish list and then her comfort level. So there's several different ways you're going to handle that, because let's say she's like, oh, I want the miracle set, and the, you know, let's say she just rattles off her 3 things, and, you know, it's whatever, it's a, you know, $150, $200, $300 sale. Don't go, oh, really? Because I know you're on a budget and, you know, blah, blah, blah. No, 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 no. When you say, which set would you feel most comfortable with starting tonight? You don't say a word. You don't talk. Whoever talks next buys it. So you just maybe thumb through your date book. You've got your calculator there. And you just quietly let her look at her lookbook, look at the set sheet, and then she tells you. So let's say she orders whatever, the 150, 200, 300. Great. You get out a sales ticket, just calmly start filling it in. And then you always say, before you give her a total, was there anything else? And she's, oh, yeah, why don't you throw on that foundation primer for me too? Okay. Was there anything else? You know, just because you think, oh my gosh, she's maxed out at 300 bucks. No. Again, women go, I can promise you, to the Clinique counter every day and drop $500, $600, $700 or more, you guys. This is nothing. And so you go, oh, was there any, oh yeah, give me that mascara. Okay. Was there anything else? No, no, I think I'll stop there. Okay. You add it up and you say, okay, your total is, you know, $347.50. How would you like to take care of that? Visa, Master, Discover, check, or cash? That's how you say, you may give me your money now. Okay, how would you like to take care of that? And so she tells you, you know, and if it's the Visa stuff, you write it, you just calmly write it in a thing. Check, you know, she makes it out to you, cash, whatever. Okay, then once you've totally closed out the sale, then you talk about booking. Because sometimes we shoot ourselves in the foot. She comes and sits down and she says, you know, oh girl, I want the, you know, 150. Well, don't do that, because if you book a party, you get da 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 da. Okay, no, no, no. Your best hostesses, they've made an initial purchase, big or small. They're using the product, they're excited about the product, and they're motivated now to get more. If you just say, no, no, don't buy tonight, book your party, and then, you know, whatever, things happen, she has to reschedule, da 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 da. You've never established a customer, and now you don't have that party. Your best hostesses go through the process of purchasing some product, enjoying the product, using the product, getting compliments from her friend. Now she's motivated to hold that party and get more stuff. You guys with me? So you totally close out the sale. Then you go into booking. But let me go back. Let's say you say, if money were no object, which set would you start with tonight? And she tells you. And then you say, which set would you be most comfortable with starting tonight? And let's say she says, well, I don't know if I can do one of the sets. You say, you know what's your budget? What do you really love? What would you love to take home? Let's crunch some numbers and see if we can't work with your budget a little bit. And just work with her. Do single prices of single products. And I always tell them, I have suggested sets, but I can also help you with single prices of single products. So let's say you work it in, okay, that way. Then, you know, your total is $52.50. How would you like to take care of that? Okay. But let's say you say, if money were no object, what would you love to start with? You know, and she's like, I can't spend anything. that shouldn't make you go, oh, bummer. That should make you go, yay, that's a booking. If, you know, what did you love? What's your wish list? Let's talk about, because you've already had her write down referral names and offer gifts for referral names. You have this list of girls. Let's get together this group, and then you go into booking her. Okay, so it's always a win, you guys. It's always a win. And let me say this too. Get out that profile card, and on the back, just write her wish list. What did you love? What do you really want? What do you, let me help you for sure get this at a really deep discount, if not for free. Okay, and then you work with her, you start coaching her. We're not going to talk about coaching. Okay, but let's say no matter what, she made a purchase, you totally closed it out, you collected the money, you either gave her her product or her receipt, it's closed out. Then you look at her and say, what didn't you get tonight that you'd love to get next at a discount or for free? And she tells you her wish list. And so you write all of that down. You say, at every appointment, I always choose 1 or 2 women I'd love best for my future hostesses. You were so much fun tonight. I pick you. Is there any reason why when we get together for that follow-up appointment, you can share that appointment with these girls' names you wrote down and get that custom compact? I know we can get you a super good discount on it, if not for free. Okay, again, that's all. I didn't make those words up. Women have become multimillionaires saying those words. So if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me, right? So learn, you guys, it's all right here. Learn the tentative booking approach. Let's say she's, and I'm going into booking, but let's say she says, sure, I'd love to do that. Let me ask everybody what's good for them, and I'll get back with you. No, no, no. You say, you know what? Why don't I give you a couple times that I even know that I have open? And you know for sure we'll work with you. We could pick 2 different times. That way, when you go to your friends, we've got a couple of choices to choose from. Because even if you're trying to plan a barbecue, a baby shower, whatever, if you ask 5 different people, 5 different people are going to give you 5 different responses. So let's pick something that you know is good for you, and I know for sure I'm even open. Then you can take those 2 dates to your friends. Okay, that's the tentative booking approach. So, so in closing the sale, you guys, people want and need what we have to offer. They want, people are going to the drugstore and they're frustrated because they're in the fluorescent light. There's too many choices. A lot of times they can't return it if they've opened the package and tried it. They're going to the department store. They might get a makeover, but nobody showed them how to do it, so they don't know how to go home and recreate it, or someone's trying to push them on the product or the quota of the week. They're spending too much. We have the best thing going. So be proud of the service you're offering, be proud of the product you're offering, and don't be afraid to just say, that's great. What would you like to start with? Where do you feel most comfortable starting? You know, whether it's a reorder or whatever, and say, great, how would you like to take care of that Visa, Master, Discover, credit, or debit? And just, I'm so proud and happy to be of service to you. Okay? Any questions? Any questions at all? Does this help to hear it again? Repetition is the best teacher for sure.
Yes.
Any questions? Any comments? Any feedback? What did you get from that? What clicked for you from that?
When you were saying, you know, I pick you as my next hostess or whatever, like you smiled, and you weren't even talking to me, and I was over here smiling.
Right. Right. Yes.
I mean,
yes.
I think that's really cool.
Good. And it's right here. Good.
And what I love, but I know you said it before, but like if someone's like, oh, I can't afford it, is still staying on, like, it's okay, we're gonna work, you know.
Yeah.
We can help you get
Good. Instead of going, oh, they can't buy anything, go, yay, they probably are going to be a great booking. They're going to be motivated to get their stuff. Yeah. Good. Anybody else? Retha.
You already talked about scripts. So we're good.
Good. Scripts. Use the scripts. Okay.
Sorry, your friend.
Okay. So yay, this was for everybody. But Marissa, mwah, we love you. You're going to rock it. Yeah. Mandy is going to rock a party tomorrow night. Everybody's working on their
I'm gonna do some interviews this week.
interview challenge. We're working on our Bisel perfect contest, right? And we're tracking because track number grows. And we love you. See you next time.